You are number 666.
I'm Cheryl with Irata, and I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos TV. Hey, my name's Cheryl. I play in the band Irata. I play guitar. We are touring the West Coast. We're in Sacramento, California right now. I'll let my bandmates introduce themselves.
I am John Case. I play bass for Irata, and I also sing a little bit.
Hey, I'm Jason Ward. I play drums, and I sing a little bit as well, run some keys and some synth work.
We released Sweet Loris in 2015. It's the most recent album that we've put out. We were trying on that one to go a little more melodic than our previous album. Vultures was known for being pretty heavy, so we were, kind of softening it up a little bit. I think we got some really interesting sounds and some good songwriting on there. We released that album with Retrofuturist, which is a label based out of Savannah, Georgia. We've been touring on that album. We've done a few short tours on that album, and we're still supporting it, but we are in the process of writing a new album.
The way that we get our creative juices flowing is typically starts with either guitar or bass riffage, and lots of it. And then generally Jason comes in and helps orchestrate the changes and the songs that way. And then Cheryl comes in and sprinkles it with her guitar magic. And then usually vocals and lyrics and things like that are an afterthought. It's kind of the last thing we focus on. We kind of tighten up all the music and the arrangements first, and then we put the lyrics and the singing over that. So it's really how it goes, yeah.
I would say we do a lot of writing. Like, we start a lot of songs independently. Like, John will have a riff, or I'll have a riff. Sometimes even the drummer does. But like, we'll have a riff and we'll share it with each other, and we'll kind of play it for a little bit together. And we'll play it. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about how we feel about it. What we want it to do and that sort of thing. And so I think the best songwriting that we do is when we're all like together, like talking about what the music is doing and what we want it to do.
So, my favorite song on Sweet Loris is Daisy. We close with that song. The reason I like it, it's got a big, powerful ending. A lot of good drum work, a lot of good bass work, and guitar work at the end is pretty fantastic too. So that would be certainly my standout on the album. The rest of the album's pretty good. I think every band goes. Once you hear everything back several months, a year later, there's always, I think, some stuff you would like to redo. This album is not exempt from that. There's certainly things I would redo if I did it over again. But all in all, I think it's pretty solid work.
Well, I'd have to say that the track that I think is worth mentioning on Sweet Loris is Lion Slayer. And I find that song interesting because a lot of times when you're writing songs, a lot of thought goes into the songs, and it's weeks and weeks of work and structure. But every once in a while you write a song that writes itself, and it's pretty much the same song from the first time you played it. And I always thought that song was interesting because it just kind of wrote itself, and it was the first time we played it. It hasn't really changed much from the first time we played it. So, yeah.
I don't know. I think my favorite song changes depending on my mood and what I've listened to most recently. I think at the moment, though, I'm really digging Teeth of the Arctic Storm. It's different. It's a little bit slower. I think it's kind of creepy, and I'm into that. But also, I don't know. I like it. Someone brought it to my attention the other day, and I went back and listened to it, and it gets pretty heavy. So I like it.
Yeah, so how we pick out tracks in the order they appear on the album, I guess we go by the theories that a lot of bands go by, which is, and correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I think it's like the second or third song is supposed to be the most powerful. We always consider, the first song, does it have a good hook? Because you want to hook people, and we want to take people on a journey. So there's going to be highs and lows through that journey, and in the end, we want to end it with a bang, just like our live show. We want people to want to spin it again once they get through with it.
And also, I think for us specifically, because some of our songs wind up being different than like all the rest of them. I would say, like March by Tens, I don't think is representative of Irata's sound as a whole. And so, we spent a lot of time thinking about that, and we're like, well, we don't want to start the album with March by Tens because it's maybe not representative of the sound as a whole. And then, you want to end with something that's going to, like Jason said, make people go, man, that was cool. Like, I want to do that again.
Let's do it.